Good evening. My name is Jeff Bond. I'm principal at South Dearborn High School, and I'd like to welcome you to the 2019 commencement ceremonies. Tonight, we are here to honor the members of our graduating class of 2019. At this time, I would like to recognize members of our 2019 graduating class who have enlisted in the military. I would ask that you would please rise at this time. Here we go. Go ahead and stay standing. I would also ask that we recognize any veterans or active duty military personnel who are in the audience. Please stand as well. Now, if you would, all please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps as we begin with the national anthem. I'd like to give a special thanks to the members of the SDHS Band for playing this evening. I would also like to thank Mark Morris, the maintenance and custodial staff, for making our building and grounds look so nice. We also appreciate Mr. Micah Thomas running our sound, and we'd also like to commend Mrs. Lisa Moorhead and the guidance department for organizing tonight's program. Finally, thank you to our junior leaders. The highest ranking members of our junior class, William Townsend and Megan Hickey, who led our graduates in tonight. I'd like to take a moment here to introduce the individuals who are seated on the stage behind me. Mr. Scott Willoughby, School Board President. Mr. Brent Casebolt, School Board Member. Mr. Brett Fairman, School Board Secretary. Mrs. Lisa Moorhead, Director of Guidance. Mr. Eric Lowe, Superintendent. Mr. Chris Tanner, Assistant Superintendent. Mr. Josh Holland, School Board Member. Mr. Dave Lusby, School Board Member. Mrs. Carla Robb, School Board Member. And Mr. Jeff Lane, School Board Vice President. We indeed recognize tonight's accomplishments as a reason to celebrate. However, we want our ceremony tonight to be one conducted with dignity, class, and style. To that end, we would ask that please remain seated during the program, even when your graduate's name has been called, and to refrain from leaving your seat until the program is complete. We would also ask that you would refrain from using noise-making devices of any kind that would take away from the dignity and would also make it difficult for someone to hear their own child's name. We'd also ask that you remain behind the roped-off areas. We do have a professional photographer here tonight who will provide a complimentary copy to you. As we honor the members of the class of 2019 for their accomplishments this evening, there are many people that need to be recognized. First of all, we have a very supportive community that presented many scholarships last evening. We had a record presentation last night at our awards ceremony. It took over 3.5 hours to give out all of the awards, but that is a good problem to have. The students you see seated before you have done a great deal and deserve the recognition they received. It certainly also speaks volumes about the community that supports these young people. These graduates of the class of 2019 did not get here this evening without a lot of help along the way. Tonight, we want to thank the parents and family that have supported these students. So if you would, give yourself a round of applause. We want to thank the central office administration and members of our school board for setting up the policies and procedures for our students so that we can operate our school as we do. We also want to thank the daycare and preschool providers, including our staff at all the K-8 schools in the corporation. And lastly, we want to thank our faculty and staff of South Dearborn High School for preparing these students for the next steps in their lives. Faculty members are wearing the red robes this evening, and they should be commended for putting their time and hearts and souls into educating these students over the past 4 years. I would ask at this time that the faculty and staff please stand. Students, you need to understand that a lot has been invested in you. Many people have been involved in getting you to this point this evening, and we are all very proud of you. You should be proud of all of your accomplishments. I am very proud of each one of you. Please go out into society, continue to learn from your failures and challenges, get better with each chance you get. So class of 2019, I congratulate you. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the president of the class of 2019, Miss Lila Sox.
Good evening, family, friends, and fellow graduates. Thank you for joining our class this evening to celebrate commencement. I am so proud to be a member of this talented group. I have had the pleasure of spending the last 4 years surrounded by you all. As class president, I have watched us face many obstacles, but we never gave up. We have shared many experiences together, including Mr. Karasik's daily advice to never get lost. And we knew that if we ever needed a ment, Mrs. Nikolai was the teacher to go to. Our teachers here are amazing. The class of 2019 was gifted with talented performers, including the members of the truly amazing opening night show choir, and other musical standouts like Corbin on the guitar, Jeremy on the drums, or Maddie on the tuba. Along with music, our athletes had a winning year too. Our football team excelled, even beating Lawrenceburg during overtime on senior night. Our baseball and softball teams also had a great year, ending as sectional champs. Our basketball, golf, tennis, wrestling, and soccer teams were beyond dedicated and successful. But we were more than just a bunch of teams. We were family. Academics were important to our class as well. There were many hours and hours filled with studying. For any of you who have ever cried over a chemistry test, I understand you. For any of you who have ever put your hands in the air in despair while taking a Spanish test, I understand you. Our class has experienced some bad moments, some proud moments, and some successful moments. For those of you who are on your way to college, never forget to keep dreaming. For those of you going straight into the workforce, never stop learning. And for those of you joining the military, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. For those of you who have absolutely no clue what is next for you, don't worry, everything will fall into place. The class of 2019 believes in you. I would like to thank my parents, grandparents, and other family members, and many friends. I would like to give a special shout out to Mrs. Nikolai for always reminding me not to worry too much and to have a little fun along the way. You mean so much to me. I love this class, and I love all of you. Thank you for allowing me to stand up here tonight speaking for all of you. Now I will leave you with words from one of the greatest givers of our time, Mother Teresa. People are often unreasonable, irrational, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some unfaithful friends and some genuine enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and sincere, people may deceive you. Be honest and sincere anyway. What you spend years creating, others could destroy overnight. Create anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, some may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today will often be forgotten. Do good anyway. Give the best you have, and it will never be enough. Give your best anyway. In the final analysis, it is between you and God. It was never between you and them anyway. Congratulations, class of 2019.
And at this time, I would like to ask our salutatorian, Miss Rachel Montez, to come to the stage.
Good evening, family, faculty, and staff of South Dearborn and class of 2019. As seniors in Mrs. Tippett's class, we were assigned to read Tuesdays with Maury by Mitch Albom. Throughout the book, Professor Maury Schwartz shared with the readers his thoughts on the meaning of life. I would like to start off this evening by sharing some of his wisdom. Maury had once said, "So many people walk around with a meaningless life. They seem half asleep, even when they're busy doing things that they think are important. This is because they're chasing the wrong things. The way for you to get meaning into your life is to devote yourself to loving others. Devote yourself to your community around you, and devote yourself to creating something that gives you purpose and meaning." These wise words from Maury remind us that as we venture out into this great big world, it is especially important that we focus upon these three directions so that we too can lead meaningful lives. When it comes to love, I'm lucky to have been blessed with a wonderful family. My parents, Luis and Maria Montes, and my brothers, Louis and Kevin Montes. Where's my fam at right now? I love you guys. Love you guys. Being a first-generation American, I know that my parents left everything and everyone they knew in order to give their children opportunities that they never had. Their determination and optimistic mindset have taught my brothers and me that actions truly speak louder than words. Their lessons on the meaning of love and family are near and dear to my heart. And even to this day, I hear my parents call one another mi amor, or mi vida, which means my love, my life. As Maury had once said, love always wins. We must love one another or perish. The love that we cultivate with our family and friends makes life worth living. Along with loving each other, we must devote ourselves to our community. We are the future leaders of our generation. I would like all of you to take a moment to think back to a time where someone has touched your life. One person who did this for me in high school was Miss Gerber. Throughout my involvement in student government, She gave us opportunities to impact our community in a positive way. The way for us to show gratitude to our role models is for us to pay it forward. By doing this, we are then able to leave a legacy. Finally, Maury says to devote yourself to creating something with purpose and meaning. I've seen examples of this throughout my 4 years at South Dearborn. After reading the book Tuesdays with Maury, I realized that I actually do have quite a lot of Maurys in my life. People who have always been there for me, encouraging me and supporting me to follow my own dreams. My friends, family, the faculty and staff of South Dearborn have all been there for me during times of doubt. And because of all of you, I will be able to reflect on my time during high school with happiness and laughter. So, I would like to give a big thank you to all of you in my SD family, because they have all influenced me, as I'm sure they have done the same with many other graduates sitting here today, to find our purpose and meaning in life. I challenge all of you graduates here with me today to think a little bit more like Maury and strive to fulfill your life with a purpose that makes you happy, and hope that along the way, you influence someone to do the same. So, class of 2019, remember that the only time in life to set the bar low is for limbo. Thank you.
I'm honored to introduce the highest ranking member of our graduating class. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me congratulate our valedictorian, Caitlin Brown.
Good evening, family, friends, teachers, and most importantly, class of 2019. Before I begin, I'd like to take a moment to thank some important people. I first want to thank all the teachers because without them, none of us would be here. I also have a huge thanks to give to my parents. They pushed me to continue when I wanted to give up, and they were there for me when I had nowhere to turn. Without them, I know I wouldn't be standing here giving this speech. And of course, who could forget the band? I know most people look at the band as a group of people playing music for basketball and football games, but there is so much more. I, along with all the other senior band members, are so blessed to be able to call that wonderful group of people family. I know I can always count on them whenever I need someone to talk to. Huge thank you to Mr. Reynolds for being a part of my music career since 4th grade. I would not have wanted anyone else to teach me other than you. Love you all. The question I've been asking myself lately, the last couple of weeks, is where all the time went. I remember being back in elementary at Morse Hill trying not to make eye contact with our principal, who was super intimidating. And actually enjoying going to school because, let's be honest, the teachers were amazing. Then middle school hit. Most of us were scared because we'd never been to a school that was 2 stories. I frankly lost track of how many times I got lost. Then, before we knew it, we were making a new change, a big, scary change. High school. Freshman year was interesting to say the least. We survived multiple bomb threats and being called the little fish in a big sea. Sophomore and junior year were boring, but they had some fun memories thrown in. Among those was learning the cup song in Miss Haviland's, being introduced to Meditation Day and Karosics, and yes, even listening to the Good Morning song and Mr. Brown's famous quote, "Read the step, do the step." And then finally, senior year hit. I don't know about you guys, but it hit me like a brick wall. All through school, I couldn't wait to be a senior, but now I find myself wanting to get in a time machine and go back a couple years, or maybe 10. Now, don't get me wrong, being a senior was great, and it was definitely my favorite year, but man, did it cause us a lot of stress. We were introduced into college classes, taking the ACT and SAT multiple times, and who could forget the countless hours spent applying for colleges. I remember my younger self telling me that I couldn't wait to be an adult. Boy, was I wrong. We have had one amazing year for sports. From the wise words of Walston, this is the group that will take us to the promised land. I would like to say that I agree with that. A few sports that did really well include cross country, soccer, band, show choir, the list goes on and on. There have been numerous trophies and awards added to the collection. Now, let's get a little inspirational. I know many people, myself included, never thought this day would come. But now, standing here, I can't help but think that it came too quickly. But this is not a time to be sad. This is a time to use everything we have learned and move on. But when you move on to bigger and better things, never forget where you came from. Cherish the memories you have made because they have shaped you into who you have become. I encourage all of you to go and thank everyone who has ever helped you succeed. They are the reason you're here tonight. When you leave here today and commence the next stage of your life, you have two options. You can follow someone else's script and try to make choices that will make other people happy, or you can look at all you have accomplished in high school and use it as fuel to venture forth and write your own story. So, class of 2019, what's it going to be? Thank you.
Mr. Lowe's, these students seated before you have met all requirements as set forth by the Indiana Department of Education and South Dearborn Community School Corporation Board of Trustees. It is my honor to present to you the class of 2019.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and administration of South Dearborn High School, and by the authority of the Board of Education and the state of Indiana, I am prepared to authorize and confer upon each of you the respective high school diplomas.
It's time to move to that moment that we've all been waiting for. It's the time to present the diplomas to the class of 2019. At this time, I'd like to welcome to the stage Miss Mary Jackson, senior class sponsor, to read the names of the class of 2019. Mrs. Lisa Moorhead, Director of Guidance, will assist members of South Dearborn School Board in presenting diplomas to the class. Mr. Kurt Borntrager and Mr. Ryan Walston, members of the administrative team, will greet the seniors as they return to their seats. Seniors on my left, will the first row please rise and approach the stage to receive your diploma.
Caitlin Marie Brown. Rachel Victoria Montez. Lila K. Socks. Autumn Leanne Seacrest. Nathan Gregory Cantrell. Sarah Leslie Elizabeth Archer. Michaela Ann Ashcraft. Gage William Charles Bader. Hunter James Beach. Axel Christopher Bell. Ashley Marie Bishop. David Michael Blair. Austin James Boggs. Jenna Healy Boker. Riley Ann Marie Bowling. Sean Anthony Bradley II. Haley Josephine Brandt. Erin Elizabeth Brennan. Sean Lee Britton. Nicholas Kyle Brokaw. Jared Scott Brosey. Reagan Nicole Brown. Maggie Jo Burkhart. Adam Wayne Bushhorn. Justin Bryce Campbell. Mariana Carrillo Reyes. Jessica Ann Carter. Mackenzie Jana Lynn Casebolt. Justin Tyler Cosby. Elizabeth Suzanne Chase. Ashley Renee Chipman. Danielle Rochelle Chevelle. Dalton Blaze Coffey. Noah Andrew Collins. Clark Marie Conley. Gracie Helen Marie Cornett. Bryston Jeffrey Cotton. Samuel Marcus Couch. Brittany Lee Cox. Brennan Clay Anthony Craig. Karenna Ashley Cross. Monziah Lanai Mayo Crutcher. Jeffrey Dean Cole Jr. Cameron Jacob Curlin. Brittany Maria Curry. Jonna Michelle Galvin Day. Zachary Thomas Dick. McKenna Ray Dixon. Kayla Lee Draper. Anna Beth Dreyer. Jacob Christopher Durham. Autumn Hope Earls. Madeline Gracie Ann Earls. Megan Elizabeth Earls. Zachary Michael Eisenmenger. Mason Bruce Elliott. Mason Douglas Elliott. Kelsey Lynn Eppins. Peyton Perry Ferguson Shepherd. Diana Beatrice Ann Flanagan. Christian Michael Flores. Sarah Elizabeth Fusen. Brandon Leland G. Ethan Anthony Getz. Garrett Edwin Giltz.
We love you, G.
Haley Rose Grivey. Joseph Robert Granat. Emily Alice Griffin. Alexis Nicole Grimes. Alexis Madison Haas. Joshua Eric Hale. Brooklyn Elizabeth Halbig. Skylar Cheyenne Tay Hampton. Sarah Renee Hansen. Jacob David Hayes. Keegan Justin Hayes. Mason Christopher Allen Hayslip. Eric Michael Hine. Brianna Lee Faith Helton. Daniel Rodney Henderson. Faith Anne Marie Hensley. Joshua William Barry Hensley. Nicholas Seth Higgins. Megan Lynn Hildebrand. Morgan Ann Hildebrand. Brandon Shane Hofstetter. Gunnar Austin Blaze Holland. Cameron Jolie Hoskins. Jeremy Curtis Houston. Brooke Mackenzie Huddleston. Matthew Tyler Hughes. Braden Carl Eichenroth. Casey Anne Marie Jackson. Kelsey Marie Jackson. Kobe Michael James. Ashley Renee Johnson. Madison Marie Jones. Tanner Alexander Kendall.
At this time, we will be changing over to our right section of seniors presenting diplomas. Seniors on the right, would you please rise in the first row? Prepare yourself.
To continue, Jesse John Kimla. Kendall Embry Kittle. Alexis Marie Knotts. Jeffrey Scott Knowles. Macy Dawn Legaly. Zachary Allen Lamb. Mackenzie Elizabeth Lampkin. Max Gunnar Lane. Gage Ryan Lang. Christopher Logan Latire. Luke Anthony Lazo. Madison Roseanne Lee. Jace Charles Leonard. Jacob Michael Lewis. Amy Grace Lloyd. Grant Harley Wayne Lockard. Kaylee Aaron Loram. Owen Joseph Lee Lunsford. Brett Michael Lusby. Emily Dale Lusby. Cassidy Ann Luderbeck. Kenneth Lee Maines, Jr. Gunnar Lee Markland. Danielle Renee Martini. Mason James Mastropolo. Ryan Wayne McAllister. Randall Scott McLean. Alyssa Paige McClanahan. Ethan Thomas McGound. Hunter Alexis Meister. Mary Michelle Micheletti. Andrew Travis Miller. Paige Marilyn Miller. Christopher Matthew Moeller. Silver Dawn Money. David Lee Moore. Robert Tyler Murray. Olivia Nicole Nagel. Caitlin Michelle Ogg. Taylor Paige Janine Ott. Brent Michael Otten. Zachary Stephen Otto. Jacob Gage Patterson. Taylor Mary Penny. Colin Joseph Petro. Haley Marie Petrosky. Caitlin Lee Porter. Alexandra Nicole Powell. Caitlin Lee Probst. Noah Thomas Probst. Rachel Laura Probst. Augustus Blaze Redwine. Stephanie Nicole Reynolds. Tristan Jean Reinhardt. Cassandra Gail Rivera. Ryan Matthew Rourke. Holly Christina Roberts. Olivia Grace Robinson. Darcy Allison Rose. Savannah Rochelle Rummel. Megan Lynn Sander. Kaylee Beth Schaefer. Sydney Rain Schaefer. Sarah Rose Schimmel. Jacob James Schneebelt. Cheyenne Blaze Schuler. Lorelei Ann Schulte. Tyler Jacob Schwass. Colin Joe Sebastian. Nicole Hope Sievert. Megan Suzanne Shields. Corbin Shane Slack. Ethan Austin Slaughter. Remington Morgan Slayback. Sierra Jane Smith. Grace Kelly Snyder. Haley Mackenzie Sparks. Trenton Alexander Spurlock. Harold Clayton Stegman. Travis Mason Steiner. Trent Chase Steiner. Anna Rose Tallarigo. Grace Elaine Taylor. Casey Allen Taylor. Mackenzie Joe Tiki. Austin Andrew Terrell. Robert Lee Tees III. Logan Marie Turner. Kyle Don Van Gelpen. Caitlin Page Walk. Lauren Marie Weissman. Jaden Alexandra Wessel. Ethan Austin Whiteford. Hannah Nicole Williams. Cleo Reagan Willoughby. Charles Jacob Michael Wilson. Kendra Michelle Wilson. Laura Currie Wilson. Evan Miles Wright. Leah Christine Wright. Noel Edward Wynn.
We're going to conclude tonight's ceremony with one final tradition. And after that, we will begin with the recessional. We ask that the audience members remain in your seats until the entire class has exited the gymnasium. At this time, I'd ask that the class of 2019 please rise. In recognition of your graduation, please move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations. You are now officially graduates of South Dearborn High School.